everybody. Welcome to a new episode of the Dragon Slayer. Good morning, good afternoon. And if you're west or the south of the equator, happy winter. I figured I'd just do that in the last couple of videos, but today I wanted to talk about a thing I was not expecting to come today. I was expecting it to be over the weekend or on Monday. My Witch Casket for July came, and it was only shipped out on Saturday, so it didn't even take a week to get to me, which is cool. That means customs is actually doing their job, or they are tired of seeing these packages and just scan them and then go, okay, here you go. So, but whatever. I'm glad it's here. Because I did do a little spoiler. I didn't do a spoiler video of that. I did watch a couple of spoiler videos, so I actually know what's in it. And it's got cool stuff. And the funny thing is I was actually talking about getting one of the new things that's in here a couple of months ago, because I haven't been keeping track of my dreams. So first, let me talk about Witch Casket. Witch Casket's a monthly subscription box created by a mother and daughter team. They're based out of the UK. I pay $45 a month for mine. That's including the shipping. I think if you're in the UK, I think it's like £25. So, and then they do ship all over the world. So I'll put a link down below of their website, and check them out. But I forgot to do my beginning stuff before I did this. But I want to say welcome back if you are returning. Thank you for coming back, watching my videos. And if you're new, hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up. And the bell icon, because then you'll be notified of when I post new videos and stuff. That's about it for that. Sorry I forgot to mention that at the beginning of the thing. But the thing is for every box sold, a tree is planted. And they have planted over almost 200,000 trees in, I think, 5 different forests. There's a icon that you can look when you go to their website. There's an icon that says forest, and you can look there and then see all the different places where they plant trees. They work with people to plant trees and stuff. So, and it's almost 200,000. I think it's like 194,500 trees so far. So, really cool. Everything in the packaging, the packaging peanuts, and all the product packaging, like the cardboard boxes, are all biodegradable. They're 100%. They're 100% biodegradable, as it says on the bottom of the box. There we go. They're vegan friendly and cruelty free. So. Let's see, what else did I forget? I think that's about it. Oh, something for people that want to subscribe to this box. If you guys are still in what they would call the broom closet, you don't have to worry, because it comes in a black package like this. And no marking on it anywhere does it say Witch Casket. So if you're still in the broom closet, you're completely fine. Because if you have strict parents or religious roommates or anything that doesn't like witchcraft or Wicca or Druidism or any of the pagan faiths, you'll be fine, because it's unmarked. At least on the packaging. You have a different problem if you have Snoopy roommates that open your you open your mail. So I mean, but the boxes are all biodegradable. Even though I don't, I actually keep them and use them for storage boxes because they're great because they last a long time. This is my 7th box. I actually started in February, but I did go back and buy all the stuff for January, so I have January's box, and there's a video on that if you want to go back and look at those. But I started back in February, and now it's July, and I have January's box, so I've been with them for 7 months now. And I wish I would have learned about them about a year or two ago, because I love the stuff that's in every box. I have not been disappointed in any of these boxes. If you watched any of my previous videos, you'll know that once in a while I'll get my subscription boxes and I'll find, okay, this box wasn't that great, but there were a couple of things in it. But with the Witch Casket, everything in these boxes I've liked, and I've not been disappointed at all with them. And I watched videos of their people's past unboxings for the last couple of years, months ago, and I liked the stuff in them, which brings me to another thing. On Witch Casket, if you're a monthly subscriber, each month you'll get a code, and you can use that to log into their Emporium, which is their online store, and you can buy the items from the past boxes, up at least from January of 2022 to last month. And then in August, July stuff should be on the Emporium. So that's cool, and I've not done that yet. I've only bought January's stuff to make a January box. But there is a lot of stuff. I do have a list of the stuff that I do want to buy eventually, and it's a lot, but it's cool stuff. They have great stuff. This has got to be one of the best witchcraft style boxes out there. Even though this is the only one I get, but I've seen a lot of the other ones, and yes, they have good stuff. And there are a couple more that I do want to subscribe to, and one of them, both of them are actually based out of the UK also. So I mean, and the cool thing is no matter what part of the craft you follow, if you're just a strict pagan and you don't follow any witchcraft, spell work or anything, still great for you. Even if you're a Wiccan, another witchcraft, a druid, or any of the witchcraft denominations, I'm going to say. They're not really denominations, because each person, each coven, each grove works with their own stuff. There's not a formal book as there are with organized religions, and especially the Abrahamic religions. But that's a whole different story. So let's get unboxing with this. Let's see if I can make this a little brighter, as most of it's all black and purple. So open up the box, and this is basically what you see. You see the booklet, and each month with the booklet telling you what's in each box, they give the mother and daughter actually write you a little note. So that's cool. They personalize to them. They don't personalize your boxes. They do if you buy them from the Emporium. They give you a little handwritten thank you note card. But yeah, this booklet is all the items that are in the box. And this month, I believe there is 11 items, which is fine. Most of the items are actually pretty big. I've counted that most of the boxes are between 12 and 12 and 13 and 11, so they stay in that range, and all the items is worth the $45. Some of this stuff is actually, you usually get about $80 worth of stuff in the box, so it's really worth it. And this month's theme, every month is a different theme. Last month was charms and spells, or enchantments. Charms and enchantments. This month is Magic of the Night, so it's going to be dealing with dreams and dream magic. So first we get the art card, and I'll leave the booklet open so I can actually give you the actual name of the items instead of making my own names. Here it is, Magic of the Night Monthly Manifestations Art Print. So on the front you get the little art print, which is cool. The dark window with the moon. And it looks like a full moon with the stars. And a bunch of other stuff inside of a dark house. And then on the back, that they just started last month, putting monthly manifestation notes on the back to where you can write your own monthly manifestation. Like, what are your goals this month? What practical steps can I what practical steps can I take to reach these goals? What magical steps can I take to reach these goals? The seeds are planted, intentions are set. I command my desires be met. So there's that. That's cool. And I love the art prints. I have 3 of them up. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I have the herbology one in my kitchen window. I have the pentagram, I think from March, above my desk. And then I have one, I think is from February or April, by my stairs that says I am fully protected. And then I have 2 sitting next to my desk that need frames, and I misplaced one. I don't know how I misplaced one, but I did. So, but moving on. Okay, the box is packaged, like I said, with the peanuts. And these are biodegradable. You can throw them in water. I think they're made with cornstarch. And I know I've heard other people say that they throw them in water, let them dissolve, and then they use them for their plant water. So, and if you have animals, if they fall on the floor and you can't get it in time, not harmful. They're baking soda. So, okay, so the next is we have the Prophetic Dreams Candle Ritual Kit. And I'll open that up to show you. If you're new here, you've never seen these, but if you're not, you know what's coming. And I really ripped these packages badly. So you get a purple candle, which is cool. Never have enough candles. You get an art print and the spell, telling you how to use it and what you need. So once you use it up, you can redo it anytime you want. And the purple candle, and package number 1 is chamomile. Second package is St. John's wort. So, and I actually write on the but I actually write on the envelopes what they are, so when I put them back in and then stick them in a box until I want to do the spell, then I know which one's which, even though it does tell you on here. But so that's the spell for the month, and you always get at least one spell. You get a spell, you get a scroll, you get a lapel pin, and you get the art print. So you get 4 items that coincide with the theme of the box each month. So you'll always be those. You always get a spell, the art print, the scroll, and the scroll is for your Book of Shadows. It's more or less like a Book of Shadows page, and a lapel pin or enamel pin for your collection. Next is oh crap! Now my fingers aren't working. Okay, the Bewitching Dream Journal. And sorry about the lighting, but I know it kind of looks pinkish, but it's actually purple. And it's, if you can hear that, so it's really cool. And this is the thing that I've been needing to replace, because I lost one of my dream journals and I don't know where it is, and I filled 2 up since I've been keeping track of my dreams. So this is cool. And it looks like it'll last you for maybe a year. Maybe there's, but I don't think there's 365 pages. But maybe a few months. But like I said, next month you should be able to purchase this on their Emporium. But you have to subscribe to their boxes at least 1 month. So there's that, the Dream Journal, which is really cool. I like it, and it's just small enough and sorry guys, I have no idea what happened, so instead of redoing the video, I'm just going to continue it from where I left off. And I left off talking about the tea. It's Bewitched, what is it called? Bedtime Witch's Brew. And it's a loose leaf tea, and it's an enchanting blend of jasmine and chamomile. And the steep time is 2 to 5 minutes, and drink mindfully, and you start clockwise. And if you want to, if you've subscribed to these boxes before, or if you want to subscribe to the box and want to buy stuff from the Emporium, I believe March or April's box came with a wooden spoon. And I've used it a couple of times. So it's cool. But it usually, when I'm not using it, it usually sits on display in my doorway of my kitchen above my cinnamon smelling witch's brew. So there's that. And I will usually steep it in my little teapot that holds at least 2 to 3 cups. So, but other than that, we'll move on. Next is the Moonstone. And this is another item that you get every month. Usually you get a crystal or a stone. And this one's a Moonstone. And if you're new to witchcraft, Wicca, whatever you want to follow, there are little note cards telling you what it is and what it can be used for. And then you also got the booklet telling you that it could what it can be used for. The Moonstone Tumbled Stone is a gentle feminine stone of inner strength, or strength, intuition, and growth. A stone which calms emotions, heightens intuition. It can be an excellent aid to peaceful sleep and prophetic dreams. So, which is cool. Unrelated to the Witch Casket, I actually have a couple of handmade dream catchers which hang over my beds, and I have one that travels with me when I go camping, or when I'm in hotels, or bed and breakfast, or Airbnbs. So there's those. And at some point during the time, I will do a video of my travel altar So you can see that I have 3 types. I have my home portable one that actually travels with me when I do go camping and stuff. And then I have my travel one that goes with me in my travel bag. And that's set up in a hotel, Airbnb. And it's just a little one. But they're cool. And I need to finish getting the stuff for the travel one. It's missing a couple of things. But other than that, I'll do a video on that when it's done. Okay, so let's move on. And this month's pin is... Let's see if I can find what it's called. I know it's a bat and moon, but... Yep, Bewitching Bat Enamel Pin. Which is cool. And if anybody knows anything about me, I love it. I love lapel pins. I have them. I have like 4 on my crane bag. Which is another thing I'll do a video on for people that don't know what crane bags are. But it's also missing a couple of things that I need to replace. So, but this is cool. So, and I love lapel pins, no matter where I get them from. Just love them. I'll do that one next, but I'll do this one now. This one is a blue lace agate crystal chipstone, and each card is also got artwork on it. So that's sorry you can't really see it, but yeah. So that's got artwork, and it also tells you what it is. The blue lace agate. So that's kind of cool. I wear rings and bracelets, or rings and necklaces, but I'm not big on wearing bracelets. But I do like it. This is cool. So, and my wrist is a little bit too big since I'm a guy. And it's not intention, but most of this stuff, some of the jewelry is usually geared towards the feminine. But as there are also male witches and stuff, we can wear it. It's going to be a little tight, but I mean, but other than that, I have no problem. I love this stuff. Okay, next is a cool little black box with a quarter moon. I think that's a quarter moon. I'm not really sure of my moon phases. I've just started doing that stuff because I wanted to make my own bottle of moon water. And it's got purple bats and a purple moon. Sounding like a Lucky Charms commercial now. Even though I think that's a purple horseshoe, but it's a bewitching, oh no, that's oh, there it is. An amethyst top dream journaling pen. And this I actually might use, keep that next to my dream journal, even though I use fountain pens and I do videos on monthly subscription box of fountain pens, and I have my collection of fountain pens, but I actually like this, and to keep the journal clean and not messy, I actually may use this. It writes black, but I like the amethyst crystal on the top. That is cool. Also, it looks like a wand. But that's cool. I know I didn't sound really enthused about that, but like I said, I use fountain pens. I haven't used, except for gaming, I use my Fusion erasable colored pens. But normally I will use fountain pens for everything. I have them in almost all my notebooks. I have a collection of them. I have a little red roll-up carrying case that I take with me. When I worked in an office, I had like 3 of them sitting on my desk that I would use for invoices or stuff. So, but I mean, this is specifically made for the Dream Journal, which is cool. And it will actually go with the dream journal. And I have no problem with ballpoint pens. I just don't like them. I'm more of the fountain pen person. I've always loved fountain pens, even though I've had fountain pens ever since I was a kid, but it wasn't until like the last 4 or 5 years that I start using them. So I mean, and I'm sorry for keep getting on these tangents. I tend to do that. My gaming group does that. So let's move on, because we still have a couple more things in here. Let's do this. This is a nighttime reading bedside book stand. So that's cool. So it's wood. So there it is, with the bats and stars and the moon. So you can set that on the nightstand, on your nightstand, and put like your dream journal and maybe a couple of other books. And there you go. This is cool. And I love this, and as soon as they post this stuff onto the Emporium, I'm going to buy another one, because I think this is perfect for my portable altar. When I travel, I can set this up, because I set up a couple of tables on the end of each of my air mattress beds and use them as book or end tables. So having books right there is cool. Okay, so so the second to the last item is a prophetic dream pillow, which is another item that I've wanted for a while, because I lost the one I created a long time ago. And let me find, there it is, the prophetic dream pillow. And before I talk about the dream pillow, every item in this box is an exclusive item from Witch Casket. So that's cool. They're made specifically for Witch Casket themselves. So this enchanting pillow contains a relaxing and intuitive blend of lavender and jasmine. Place under your pillow to encourage restful sleep and prophetic dreams. So that's cool. And I can smell the chamomile or the lavender. So that's cool. I like that. And then the last item is the scroll. And the scrolls always come with a cool decal that I keep each month. A couple of them are on my Druidic Grove grimoire, and then a couple of them are in my notebook that I take notes with everywhere. So if somebody asks what they are, I can tell them. And this month's scroll is Flowers and Dreams. So there's your scroll for your Book of Shadows page. And what I usually do is I lay them out, stick them in one of those clear page protectors, and flatten them for a couple of weeks. And then they usually are flat. And then I have them in my grimoire notebook right now. Okay, sorry about that. It happened again. I have no idea why it keeps cutting off after a certain amount. I have no time limit set on it, so I mean... But, yep, so you can do that with your scrolls, or you can put them in frames. I know a couple of people that put theirs in frames. So, that's... Let's see, we got the scroll. Empty the box out. We got the scroll. Got the dream journal. Got the dream pillow. We got the book stand. We got the moonstone. We got the blue lace agate neck bracelet. We got the Witch's Brew tea, bedtime tea. We got the monthly spell, the prophetic dreams candle ritual kit. We got the art print. We got the dream journal pin, and we got the lapel pin. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes, 11 items. I did count correctly. Okay, so which is cool because some of these items were bigger and bulkier than they normally are. So that's cool. Like I said, not one of these items in my box do I not like. My top favorite would have to be the Dream Journal, of course, because I've been wanting one. The Dream Journal, the Dream Pillow, and the book, and the little bookcase, which are I think are the 3 coolest items out of here. But other than that, the whole box is cool. The whole box is wonderful. Even in the herbology box, which I think was May. I'm not big on herbology, even though I do more practice druidism and herbs and things. I am not big on herbology, but I love the stuff in the box, and it made my interest peak that I should learn more about herbology. And I don't know if you can see it, but hanging up by the window above my spoons and stuff is the little herb dryer that came in the box underneath the Stormtrooper from the First Order mug. But other than that, for the last 7 months, there has not been one thing in here that I've not liked or wouldn't want to use some one time. Even the bracelet. Look, that's the stone. Even the bracelet, I will use. The stuff is great. So I mean, you go check them out, and if you have any questions, you can email them, and they will personally email you back. I think it's usually the mother that will email you back. But other than that, the box is awesome. And being shipped all the way from the UK, I think I've had like one or two damaged boxes, but other than that, they actually come pretty well sealed and secure. Nothing's ever been broken, so I mean, and I've gotten one of the boxes, I think it was out of the February box, I got a purple vase to put a couple flowers in to put on your altar. So I mean, other than that, and it did not come broken. It was well sealed and well taken care of. But other than that, I'll put a link down below of their website that you can check out and order a box. I believe that August box is up for sale now. Because I think my money comes out tomorrow for it. So go check them out. And I'll put a link down below of my website to where you can check out past box items in the photos and the other witches boxes that I am going to subscribe to at some point, because there's one that I really want that deals with a bunch of Celtic and Druid stuff. So yes, I need to get that one, those boxes. So that's it for today. Enjoy the nice weather. Hope you have fun. It's almost the weekend, and I think I'm gonna go do some dollar store shopping tomorrow and stop at Joann's and see, because on their website they said they have some of their Halloween stuff up, so I'm gonna go check out what they have for their Halloween stuff, even though Halloween's still 3 months away. But hey, 3 months? Yeah, 3 months away. But hey, for pagans, witches, and Celtic people, it's people that follow their Celtic heritage, it's the new year. So why not be prepared more or less the whole year for the next following year. So I mean, the Samhain has always been the Celtic New Year, but now I'm starting to go on tangents again. Sorry. This is where I'll end the video, but enjoy. As I said before, check out my previous videos if you want to see past boxes or past items. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. If you want to know more about me, leave questions in the comments. I'm always free. I'll always do a video telling you about me. I am past 10,000 subscribers now, which is cool, and thank you. You all have a good weekend, and see you all later. Most likely next week, because I think I got 2 more subscription boxes coming next week. So have fun, and talk to you all later.